True. I'm sure the press will ask you this question. I'm sure this is a question that you get asked quite a lot. But this is the first time you're in India. Why not ask you this again? 1999. Can you take us to that goal? Can you take us to what it felt to you while you scored it or right after that?
It's a special moment, of course, and it's a moment that sometimes I've dreamt about. Or maybe I think maybe I've scored the goal thousands of times before when I was a kid. I was playing football on my own, mostly on my own, or lots of times on my own. But I was practicing and telling myself, if you score this, you win the European. You know, when you commentate, you visualize things, and it's in the European Cup final, and Marco van Basten has a chance, or Zico, or whoever were the very good players when I was young. So I've probably gone through that moment so many times, and when it happened, it was just a blur. I don't really remember what happened, I think.
Right.
But I've seen it a few times, and I've been told it so many times. So, but of course, to be able to be a part of that team, that we win the treble in that fashion was unbelievable.
Right.
Fantastic, and it was fantastic. They're as good as these, you know, the proper meal. When I had one for lunch here now, and it's better when you come here. It is. But yeah, I love Indian food. I do, and so I'm gonna have a few good meals for sure.
Absolutely. I'm going to open it up to the press. I would want to see that part of the world, or very little apprehensive that okay, let's see if that happens. If it happens, it's well and good.
So when we met and we took the picture, and Tilak said, I want to bring you over and invite you over to India, it's like, yeah, sure, let's see. Because yeah, you're polite and say, yeah, I would like that, but I would really like that, because it's an adventure. It's a part of the world that I've never been to. Should have been longer, probably, and maybe brought my wife instead of my best friend. But then we would have to stay longer, and that'll be the next time. And then the kids need to grow up first.
Before I open it out to the press, and I'll pass on the mic to you.
First of all, obviously, I would have liked to have played more in every game. Every minute, every footballer wants to play as much as possible. But I realized quickly I'm playing with some of the best players in the world, and I felt privileged. I had the best manager in the world, and the best club, and the option would be to go to other clubs. You're not even sure there if you play or not play. So I felt like Manchester was family, it was home, and it was my job and my duty to always be prepared. And I think that comes from my upbringing. My dad was a wrestler, a sportsman, humble, hard-working, which I feel I am. And Alan Smith, who I played with for a couple of years as well, he said, if I come on for 20 minutes, okay, 20 minutes is my time to run as much as possible. So the others run for 90, I have to make 90 minutes work in 20 minutes. But the other thing as well, when you're a substitute, when they have played 70, and I have played none, they are tired and I'm fresh. So you have to use that advantage. So, and the manager, he knew I wanted to play more. He knew I would always give 100% when I came on the pitch. There were other players who don't have that mentality. They are very, how do you say, not the rude words, yeah. They're very disappointed if they don't start, and I'm not bothering with this. That's not my personality. Fantastic final. This is, we were just doing our jobs. We had to focus on, my role was I was on the bench, I had to be ready when I was coming on. It's strange, I think it's so much more stress now when I'm a spectator watching, because when you're out there playing, when you train every day, it's just what you do. It's right. What you get used to.
I would want to...
You have to make a good account of yourself.
Thank you.
Sorry, that was a long answer to a short question.
And the second question I have for you is, there's a lot going on in Manchester United right now, right? With the change in ownership, and right now there's a big debate going on about whether to rebuild Old Trafford at a separate location or to renovate the existing facility. What would you prefer?
You know, we have to move on with the times, and at the moment, something has to happen. Old Trafford has to be, as you say, it's either a renovation or a new stadium, because we're falling behind if we are staying in the same place. It was the best stadium. Now we see stadiums like, for example, Tottenham Stadium. It's an unbelievable place. That's the last win I had for Manchester United as a manager as well was at that stadium. So a good, nice place. You know, you see the Allianz Arena with Bayern Munich. You see Barcelona, Real Madrid. They all renovate. So it's gonna divide fans for sure, because history is important. But history, we trained at the Cliff, which were like iconic for Man United with the Busby Babes. We had to move to Carrington. It looks like we might have to build a new stadium.
So youth talent,
How you identify coaching talent or
coaching or playing talent? Playing talent.
You know, there's so many talented people around, and I love working with people. And of course, one thing is about identifying. The other thing is, when I came in as a caretaker, and I knew Michael Carrick from before. Kieran was new to me, even though I played against him because he played for Tottenham in the reserve final in 2006 or 7. I can't remember what year it was. 6, probably 5 or 6. And my style of management is I invest time and resources in people. I sat down with them, spoke to them how they would want to do the job, and you see, wow, these are boys who know what they're talking about. It's just for me to get them to blossom and enjoy themselves and challenge them. And that's the same with the players. There's so many players around the world, but the mentality is what divides the best from the second best to the worst. And there's a reason why Messi, Ronaldo, it's not just a talent. That's not the reason they've been the best for so long. Yeah, you're consistent in the way you live, the way you train, the way you conduct your life. To people and fans and supporters, obviously we need more consistency. That's football again. You can see even the better teams are not as consistent as they were. If you go 2 years back or 3 years back, Liverpool and Man City had 99 and 98 or 99 and 100 points. That is consistency. And if you want to get to the top, you need to get 80, 88, 90 points.